Hello everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. So, what I think the goal for today is to get these guys onto these bases. In order to do that, I think that we should kind of give the gold a little bit of a shade, and then also kind of do the highlights on the red cloth. So let's just start with the shading of the gold and just start from there. So I'm going to use a finer kind of brush, since this gold trim is kind of that is a lot. See if I can soak some of that up or push that around. Not a good way to start the stream by oversaturating the brush, but I think we're redeemable. Yeah. Definitely too much. Let's see, can I just use a bigger brush to kind of scoop some of that up? There we go. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. I think I'm actually going to go to a bigger brush. I feel like I'm getting not enough work done per stroke. Just have to be careful I don't oversaturate the brush. I'll be very excited to have these guys on these bases. I think it would be an excellent way how to kind of end. Now, they still have a lot of work to do, but I mean, It's still like over 300 points of Custodes. So can't be too upset with that. One thing I am kind of excited for next week. So I get to do my first business trip, but that means I'll be gone and can't stream. I did think about like, oh, well, maybe I could just kind of pack everything up, but I then started realizing, wait, the internet at the hotel probably can't handle streaming. Let's see. Let's work over on these. Thankfully with shading, it tends to go a lot quicker. All right, looks good. So I think I will go over this. Just very kind of lightly though. I don't want to, really just want to give a hint to it. There we go. That guy looks good. Let's move over to this guy. So he definitely has the most gold out of our Custodes that we're doing this week. So hopefully, in theory, since it's just like all kind of like all on his shoulders, it'll be nice and quick. And I mean, we're almost like, feels like we're already like a third of the way done with them already. Okay. All the time to work on the chest. Shield Captain is coming along nicely. Okay. I think that actually needs to be turns into brown. That handle. Let's see. Okay, now just on the forearms. And I already got him. So Shield Captain is good. Now the Custodians. Okay. And got got that centerpiece. Let's work on the shoulders. Okay. Let's go to the next shoulder. Now, so I think what we'll do is we'll get these glazes. We'll do the highlights on these, and then the way how I'm going to attach these. So I've tried super glue and stuff like that before, and I guess you could say it works, but I feel like it's not a fairly supportive method, unless if you're just trying to make it look absolutely horrible. So I'm going to try something different with these guys. I'm going to use UV resin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically kind of put grime in this resin, and then that way it looks like they're standing in muck if you see anything at all. And I think that will be a good idea. And I'll use that method for my other armies. So like, hey, you know what, if I'm doing Death Guard, I'll put like Nurgle's Rot or something, so it looks like they're standing in slime or ooze. But I think it has to be like a contrast though. So we got those. Let's get these on the back. I'm assuming they're like probably like power tubes or something for the armor. Alright, so let's do his little sword. Right. Oh, I forgot to do the trim on that thing. I'll have to rectify that. I'll probably do that after I'm like actually get them based. Okay. Now on to the last guy. Okay. Let's get the top of his little plume. I think that's what these are called, plumes. Okay. Now onto the shoulder pads. Okay. That. Okay. Now onto his chest. Okay. Somehow that white part escaped the black. I guess I'll have to go back. And sort that out. Let me just kind of shake this up a bit. All right. Move on to his belt buckle. And the Aquila right here. So I know I've missed these guys, but honestly, I'm not going to stress out too much because there's really no point in like going over this with the contrast because I'm just going to hit it again with like over the Retributor armor. And it's like, well, it's so small, it doesn't make any sense. Like there's no highlight. Oops. That is way too much. Let's see, can I like suck some of that up? There we go. Okay. Let's get his sword. Yeah, it is a little heavy, but oh well. We'll just have to be careful that it doesn't leak, and let's just hit these guys, get that. And all right. Oops. almost forgot the back things. The power balls. Okay. These guys are now looking more golden. More bronzed at least. So let's get our highlighting brush. Okay, and we'll get some Evil Sun Scarlet. Just gonna kind of go over some of the highlights. Okay. Okay. I don't feel like it needs too much more. Maybe just kind of like right here. That. Yeah. And then the plume. Okay. Just kind of. Alright, brush got a little bit too solid. Or too stiff. Needed to All right. Okay. There we are. Let's work on Trajan. Alright, so let's see now. There's actually a fair amount of kind of spots to kind of give him edge highlights, surprisingly. Okay. Sorry for the no talking. I'm just like really trying hard to concentrate. Alright, this guy looks like he is getting close. Being done with this edge highlight. Okay. I think that is about as much as I want to do for him. All right, halfway done. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Go. Let's get the plume. So, surprisingly enough, these plumes are one of the easier parts. It feels like it's almost like dry brushing in a sense. Okay. Last guy. Let's get this done. Thankfully, this one feels like it's going by a lot faster. Okay. Just going over these pretty quick. Just going over the tops. Kind of like secretly hiding all like the white parts that I missed. Okay. I think he is done. All right. Oops. Okay. Next, just gonna do some Fire Dragon Bright. Okay. So, for this, just going to get some very... size, just like that. That's actually a little bit too watery. Hopefully that works. There we go. Just off the tips. Oops. Okay. Okay, and let's just focus on the cones. Alright, just some very basic highlights, just to barely touch, add a little bit of extra color. Basically trying to find like the tips or very long strands of hair, like that. politely get as many of these ends, like 1 or 2 long strands, especially if they're on the top. 1, just kind of 1 or 2 out up front. Let's get to the other side. There we go. Next. Okay. Goes along the tips. Maybe just like right along that. Alright. Next comes the tips. Okay. Let me clean this since it's Trajan. He is like the only named character in Custodes. At least that I know of. Okay, let me just grab a drink real quick. Okay. Just kind of I think that's pretty much what you will need on him. That's it. So now what we need to do is we need to do a glaze. Now glaze is kind of like, it will blend a lot of these kind of dark colors into, or these different colors into one lush color. So let's just kind of cover that white palette. So let's get one part flesh terrors. Okay. And next we'll use contrast. Contrast medium, I guess, technically. Let's see. Top 10 betrays. Number 1, Horus. Yes. He is literally the, well, okay, actually, Horus, I feel like there's a certain level I feel bad because he was like, he didn't fall on his like own will in a sense. He was basically stabbed with a chaos blade. Really, if you want to go on who started it all, it's Lorgal, or Logar, that's it. The Primarch of the World Bearers. And then there's Erebus. Erebus? Those are the guys, it's just like, okay. Even the people that play World Bearers are still like, okay, we get it. Because having just finished those the heresies and now starting the Solar War, I can honestly say I don't like those guys. I'm actually going to try to not hit the gold part with this glaze. How you doing, my dude? Hope you're doing well. So I've been a very productive bee this weekend. You're gonna press the giant red button on me? Really? Let's see it. About time. You just woke up? I actually slept in till like noon. I was like, I haven't done that in like months. In fact, I think I actually haven't done that since like finals of last year. Slept until 3 and then slept again and then just woke up. Hey man, it's the weekend. You can get away with that. I think my alerts are working. See, I did add it, so... Okay. So much red on this guy. And it feels like half of it is like in the most deep recesses, and it's kind of like can't really like just build half of them. I guess you could like build it without his weapon, him holding it. Okay, so he has his glaze. Let's do these now. See, wow, we're already at the 1 hour mark. Crazy. Okay. Okay. And now Okay. Let me just kind of get inside of there. Pull a little bit out. Okay. Put the glaze over the plume. You gotta go? Alright, my dude. Well, you'll be right back. Let's see. Okay. And almost done. All right. I think he is done. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Just kind of trying to speed paint these almost. Okay. Now. Okay. Moving on to the next side of the shoulder pad. Okay. And almost like kind of just filling in the recesses. Okay. Okay. And I think that is it for that one. Now, on to the final one, the shield captain. I think I'm going to do the flume first. Right. Okay. Now that I'm doing that, did I get this guy? Sarah, I don't think I did. There we go. Did I get this guy? Doesn't look like I did either. Alright. Just wanted to make sure I didn't forget him. Alright. Okay. And get the inside. Just kind of pull him up. See, this is why I like, instead of basing them right away, I can get underneath. Although sometimes it's just like you can't really get away with doing this. Like the orcs, I was like, oh, should I do that? And I was like, no. I need to get this done before I'm an old man. All right. So I did buy a whole lot of DACA though. DACA. Okay. I think these guys are now ready to be based. So let's see now. Where do I want? So I'm thinking the sewer. And did I have? Yes, I do have my resin right here. So this is a UV resin. Can't really see it, but, and I'll use this fancy flashlight. Okay, so let's kind of move the shield captain over here while it dries. Everybody else seems to be, like glaze seems to have done its job pretty quickly. So we're gonna pull this off, and snip this off. So sometimes you actually want to leave this and like implant it, but since this is a resin base, it's kind of a pain in the butt, not really wanting to do that. So now where should we place this one? I'm thinking maybe like that. I think that would look good. So trying to think, how do I want to do this? You know what? I think what I'll do. So let's cover that before I'm ready. What I'll do is I'll kind of do a little contrast and try to get a footprint. On him. And that did not do anything. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to use the UV resin just as is. Let me wipe this off. Alright. It was worth a shot. So okay, and I'm going to place you right there, and pretty much just run this down, try to get all the UV light in there. So he's still That is interesting how, like, the UV light, it really does, like, the moot green really does pick it up. So can I, yeah, I can do a wider thing. So pretty much just kind of, oh, yeah, see how I'm able to kind of pick this up. So I think that's how I want it. Zoom in on that. All right. Okay. Excellent. So, see how he's like, I don't think he's going anywhere. So now, let's do this shield host. Let's pull this one out. Snip. And where should we do? I think maybe like right that. I think that will work well. Yep. So let's grab this UV resin. Just don't make sure that it will actually, where should I place it? Okay. All right, so this guy gets all of it and this guy only gets one of it. So let's just kind of blob there, and a blob there, blob there. Okay. I think I need to actually place this one down. set. Need to put the cap on this. Okay, we'll at least have a good looking thumbnail at least today. Alright. So I don't think he's going nowhere. Now this one. Yo, what's up, Mario? How's it going? Hope you're doing a very good weekend. Let's see, how do I want him? So, probably have him placed right there on that foot. What's going on? We're finally basing these guys. So, of course, we'll finish painting them, but I really wanted to get them on like their real bases. Give it that. Let everyone know, yes, they are Shadowkeepers and they guard the dungeons. So. Pretty good. Hanged out with a close friend. Haven't seen in a decade. Yo, that's awesome. That's a good thing. So I've been a very busy bee. I fixed the AC of my car, mowed the lawn, helped the wife do set up like her plants, run all sorts of errands around. I bought a whole bunch of orcs. So this is all in preparation for a business trip that I'll be actually leaving tomorrow. So I was like, okay, I have to like get all my stuff done before I actually kind of go. Make sure everything's squared away. Oh, I also fixed the swamp cooler and I bought an AC. So, and then installed that said AC. And the baby laughed for the first time. Like actually like giggled and just melted my heart this weekend. So, let's see, how's that? Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Yeah, there we are. Now let's go with this shield captain. Oops. Pluck this guy out. Yeah, it's been a very, like, my type of weekends that I know I'm having a good weekend is when I've been productive. I always feel like I need to be doing something. So when I can actually say, oh yeah, hey, I've checked this off, really does help, you know? So I think he has to go on these corners. He can have this guy and this guy. So gotta place this down. Just had your social battery depleted. Well, I feel that. I can be a social person, but I prefer to be selective, you know? I can't do clubs though. Not a fan. But you know what, if it's just a few people or something that I like, then I don't mind hanging out. It's pretty hard. I'm pretty introverted myself, so, but you know, it's like I feel like, but like when you say like, oh yeah, I'm introverted, it's just like they're just like, oh well, yeah, you can't handle social interaction. It's like, no, that's not it. It's just I just can't. We just can't do crazy amounts of it. Like going to a club does not sound like a fun time, but that doesn't mean we can't. All right, so I think these guys are all good. Yeah. So I think they're guarding some pretty nasty stuff, don't you say? So, let's see. I think what we'll do is that we'll take some of the black Templar and do the white around these bases. I think it's appropriate that it would be black. Oh, it's just well, I mean, I guess people kind of change. Like I've always been introverted, but that doesn't stop me from being able to be friendly, you know? Because if people are like, hey, what do you want to do? My favorite response is sit on the couch and watch Kitchen Nightmares. I want to hear Gordon Ramsay say how something's disgusting. Or like Hoarders or something. Those are my two favorite kind of like turn my brain off shows. And I think it's just a matter of like, you know, when I was in the Marines, I was forced to be extroverted. So I think that's just where a lot of that kind of experience, why some people be like, what do you mean you're introverted? You don't seem introverted. Yes, it's such a good show. Like, I wish that he would do another season, but I remember reading somewhere it's like he ate like that show gave him like literal stomach ulcers because some of the food was just so bad. All right. So, and then when you read that, you're like, ah, yeah, I can understand that. I'm actually gonna move this over here. Although another show is like it's like Hotel Hell. It's like Hell's Kitchen, but they do it with the hotel. So, like it's Hell's Kitchen sometimes, but it also goes on to a bigger aspect of like running a hotel, which is nice. And they're all on YouTube too. So that's also a pretty cool thing I found. Okay. Of his worst clientele. Yeah, some of them are just like, they're just like, you know what, you just deserve to go out of business. And others, like, I just watched one where it's like, hey, like, the guy was in a car accident and that caused them to go on to rough times. But, and he basically was like, hey, like, I'm gonna pay for, like, this apartment for 6 months out of my own money. I was just like, dang. That's crazy. Because, like, he didn't have to do that. Although I think my favorite one is definitely the Amy's Baking Company. Just absolutely seeing, like, crazy people. And then you're like, and like the first thought of like, oh yeah, hey, you can't do the till or something. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that guy's totally laundering money or something. And then I saw another one where it was like fancy hotel, but like the guy had an RV, but he didn't pay his staff. And Gordon was really just like, you know what, I'm about to just fucking leave. Sorry the swearing, but I'm just repeating after Gordon. He's a bad influence on me. So, let's see, do I need to go over a second coat? Yes, I think I should. Where the hotel... Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. That was the show. Like, you try to treat it like all elite and everything, but like he wasn't trying to act like a hotel owner, but more of like Manor of the Castle or Lord of the Castle. Just like absolutely annoying Gordon to no end. I do like the UK versions. Because I feel like, while I like the US ones where he's like all like going crazy on them, the UKs are much more like, yeah, yo, like you got to change this. Like this is not good at all. Okay. Let's see. It's for the ratings probably. Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of more of a cultural thing. Like Americans want to have like the pizzazz, the wow factor, I guess. While that's not so much the case of maybe the British shows. Like they would rather have a more reserved show. I don't know, maybe. It would answer some things, like the Mr. Beans, since that was a British show, I believe, and how it's just kind of more reserved, while it didn't talk, like it was a slower pace, I guess. Okay, those are all painted, and I think that they look absolutely fantastic. So they have gone a step above, and I can't wait to turn that into a thumbnail. Just clean off the brush. Okay, let's see. What time is it though? All right, 9:30. All right, I actually do need to start packing for my business trip, but I hope that you all enjoyed yourself. I know some of you showed up a little late, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. I'm actually gonna move these off to the side and have that like that for the next slideshow. Or let's do like that. All right. Yeah, you too, man. So I won't be streaming for the next week, so it would probably be like Saturday or Sunday when I would start streaming again. But I hope to yeah, I'll hope to see us then. So I'll start be doing the scheduling thing, like, so people actually know, oh yeah, hey, he's actually going to be streaming today. So I need to start doing that more often. But anyways, time to go. Ta-ta.